Today, I'm going to show you how to make one of these, a frame using clippings essentially from the garden to protect your baby plants from bird attack. We've got tons of organic matter on bed. So we've got loads of wild shrubs which have sticks and twigs. We've also got loads and loads of coppiced willow. So we're going to use this to make some bird protection for our plants. Ooh. So you can use natural fibres, twigs, willow, things like that. But we also use netting. Netting is great for things like flying insects to stop little things from getting into beds where they lay caterpillars and eggs that eat your plants. However, it is plastic and we try our best not to use plastic where possible in the garden. You can use hazel branches, you can use any long stick for this part of building our boundary. Something that's hopefully still got a bit of flexibility in it. We are using willow, this beautiful copper willow that we coppice every year. However, if you use willow straight from being cut from the tree, what you'll get is a hell of a lot of willow trees in your garden, because willow contains a chemical compound called auxin, which is essentially rooting hormone. So what we do is we cut our willow and leave it for a few weeks in bundles like this, stacked up against the compost pile, just to let all of that auxin drain out and the plant die off properly. I'm cutting away all the spindly bits so that we've got nice straight poles for our willow arches. Another reason why we cut these spindly bits off nice and close to the stem is so that when the insect season does start, you've got a ready-made arch that you can just drape your netting over to protect against things like butterflies. If you've left them for too long to dry out and they don't have that flexibility anymore, you can also soak them in water to hydrate them and make them a little bit more flexible again. If your sticks are really inflexible, you can gently bend them over your knee to get the bendy shape that we want and create our arches. I'm going to begin by crossing them over each other, by putting the thick end into the soil and bending the thin end into the ground to anchor it down. We have round beds here, as you can see. Not everyone has those, but you can use these on any shaped bed. You just have to alter the way you build it a little bit. Birds are pretty lazy things. If they can't land, they tend not to peck your plants. So we've got our basic frame in now. We're just going to start putting smaller branches, which are, by the way, easier to get. Get loads of little ones and very few big ones normally, to stop them from crawling in from the edge. So if they can land here, they'll just toddle on in and come and munch your plants, but they now can't land from the top, which is the goal. Then around those edges, I collect loads of like windfalls of little branchy, sticky, twiggy things, and I stick those in further. You can also kind of push them in underneath the frames that you've made to make for a little bit more protection. These also can benefit your plants if you use them for like peas and stuff, because peas like to clamber up them. I'm just going to check around and see if there's any more gaps so that a bird can't toddle in and eat your plants, and that is it. One bird protected veg bed.